try.
Yeah. Hang on, ready? Let's do it.
Coming to you live from the Scorpions' lair in Arizona and the SFL convention in Denver, Colorado. It's week 1 of the 2026 season 27 for the Simulation Football League here on the Virtual Football Network. Two teams that missed the playoffs last season looking for a turnaround in season 27. It's the Pittsburgh Riverhogs and the Arizona Scorpions. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Toretto. Happy to have your company. Mike O'Neill joins me live in person here in Denver. It's the best time of the year. It's convention weekend. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Torello, and man, it's great to be here with you. We've got a great game here in front of us. These are two teams that, even though they missed the playoffs last season, these are great rosters top to bottom, and it's going to be a great showdown to watch here in Arizona. We know that this Arizona team is very, very frustrated with the result of where they went last season. 6-6, we've heard Eddie Gage say it. Let's see what they come out and do here in this opening game.
I wish we had a camera on the crowd here because we've got the Pittsburgh Riverhogs contingent in front of us in costume. It's wonderful here at the SFL convention. We are just about set to go. Pittsburgh kicking off right to left in the all-white. It's the orange, black, and orange for Arizona. And we are underway. Decent field position for the Arizona offense at the 26-yard line. In the spotlight for her 14th season with Arizona, it's Ashley Jackson at quarterback. Jesse Fretz is the running back. First season here from him coming over from Chicago. Also DJ Moses at running back. Will Todd, the fullback. T. DeQueen, Terry Money, Mike Twinscrew, and TJ Punk, your wide receivers. Tight end Xavier Solomon on the offensive line. Sean Crooked, Robert Brady, Leroy James, Finley James, and Keith Wheeler Jr. Left to right go the Arizona Scorpions. Jackson will hand the ball off, and not a ton there as Doug Day picks up a tackle. He is assisted by Butch Menner, and that's a good stop on first down for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the great first attempt there from Jesse Fretz. I like that Arizona was trying to get him involved, but Doug Day crashing down, really reading the gap correctly, and really putting Arizona in a second and long situation.
Split back with the motion. Coming across from TJ Punk here on 2nd down and 10. Jackson over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Somebody matched hands there on the defensive line there, Mike.
Yeah, I got a hand on it there, and just a little bit of a wonky trajectory there, but, good to see Arizona trying to throw it. Now, 3rd and long, this is not what you want, Torello. They've got to convert here. You don't want to start with a 3 and out here.
This is an Arizona team that averaged 24 points a game last season. That's bottom 3rd of the league. Definitely not where they want to be. Jackson rolls out, throws down the seam, and completes it for a first down. That's Mike Twinscrew's first catch of the season.
Twinscrew coming up big. I love the rollout from Ashley Jackson. You see him running just a slant, going the same direction as the rollout and finding underneath. A great job by the offense here.
Twinscrew, 73 catches for 983 yards a season ago, averaged 13.5 yards per catch. 1st and 10 for the Scorpions approaching midfield. 3-step drop for Jackson. She's under pressure. And behind the defense was T. DeQueen, but it was broken up. Clutch interception or intervention by Nez Gankel.
Yeah, Ashley Jackson had to get rid of that one quick. There was some pressure off the defensive end position there, but T. DeQueen had a step on the defense. You gotta be able to convert those. 2nd
down and 10. That's 2 straight down and distances with nothing on first down for Arizona. And it's so important to stay ahead of the chains as Punk goes in motion. Jackson, quick slant over the middle, and again, this is really excellent from Pittsburgh, matching hands in the defense, getting these knockdowns early.
Getting involved and disrupting the passing lanes, that's a big deal for Pittsburgh's defense. And again, Eddie's heart rate's got to be high right now. They're throwing a little bit more than normal, and they're trying to make something of these vertical shots.
Doug Day picked up the deflection there. Jackson once again on 3rd and long with the rollout and the completion back across her body, across the middle and across the 50-yard line for a first down to TJ Punk.
Yeah, TJ Punk, you see him right there on the interior of that bunch, just running a slant there, and it was almost like two routes intermingled a little bit. You see underneath the linebacker, Doug Day, playing underneath and just leaves a little bit of room.
So Jackson now 2 for 2 on those rollouts on 3rd and long.
It's working well.
3 receivers once again here on the opening drive of the contest. Jackson fumbled the ball. It's picked up, and it's going to be a huge loss on the play. DJ Moses salvages something for Arizona, and that's a big win for Pittsburgh.
DJ Moses just made one of the best offensive plays that you can make from the halfback position, having the awareness and heads-up football there, IQ, to be able to realize that that ball's out, pick it up, and save his offense.
Because he was in the flat on a check down route, and he came back into the backfield to pick up that ball.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to do. Way to have awareness there.
But a loss of 9 on the fumble. 2nd and 19. Jackson under pressure again. Just going to pick up a few easy yards over the middle to T to Queen. Still now 3rd and 13. Do we see a 3rd straight rollout here on 3rd and long?
I mean, the first 2 have worked really well. I think you got to go back to the rollout. We see this bunch formation. I mean, 13 yards, that's not a stretch to hit a post maybe beyond the sticks.
Just 3 down linemen for Pittsburgh here on 3rd and 13. Bunch formation to the near side. Pittsburgh brings the blitz, and it's deflected and incomplete. Great job of the secondary by Ernest McCray Sr. to get the knockdown.
Ernest McCray Sr., familiar with the Arizona Scorpions, coming up and really making a big play on 3rd down. You hate that you have to punt here, but I'll tell you what, Trillo, Arizona got lucky with that fumble recovery from DJ Moses, and they're lucky that they're able to play the field position game now and put Pittsburgh up backed up in their own territory.
McCray last season had 4 pass deflections and 2 interceptions, and now Pittsburgh gets a chance to go to work on offense with Ace Fennick, his 4th season with the team, 13th in the league. And these 2 teams have some of the longest tenured rosters in the SFL. You look around at guys like Ace Fennick, at Ziggy Roenick, Doug Britton, Mike Churchill, and it's just a laundry list of guys that have been in this league for a long time. 1st and 10, they're backed up to their own 16-yard line. Heavy set with 2 tight ends here on 1st down, and Fennick gets collapsed in the backfield by DJ Kilgannon.
DJ Kilgannon from the defensive end position. Look at the bend around the corner, getting to the quarterback just like that. You cannot match that speed coming from an outside linebacker, moving to defensive end. That's a huge play.
Kilgannon last season didn't have a sack registered. He already has one on 1 defensive play here in season 27. Now behind the sticks, pressure again, and a great hit in the secondary. Bernard Smith came up and laid the wood.
Bernard Smith really made a great play there, but the defensive end diving at the feet of Ace Fennick as well, really kind of setting that up for a rush throw.
Arizona's D-line, Dede Sachs, DJ Kilgannon, Jose Fuentes, and Hunter Norwood already wreaking havoc in the backfield. Now 3rd down, Arizona shows pressure. They'll bring an extra man and getting a deflection on that corner blitz. Corey Menner. Beautiful play.
Yeah, really good job. Really good job from the defense. Coming up.
My bad. Terrell Davis, wrong roster. See, we're here at the convention. I don't have my normal setup with me. Everything's at a different spot. Bear with us.
No, it's a new workflow. It's okay. It's a new workflow. We're getting used to it. We're getting our footing.
But you mentioned Arizona trying to win the field possession battle.
Yeah.
Now they're going to have this ball right at midfield at the 49-yard line after the punt.
But I'll tell you what, Cirillo, from the jump, they need to get the run involved to open up that passing game a little bit. Just a little bit. Just enough.
And no successful runs for Arizona so far. They ran the ball once for no yards. Right at the 49-yard line, Arizona just about in Pittsburgh territory to start drive number 2. Jackson will drop back to pass, launch it down the seam, and a hit and incomplete from Evan Lacey on the back end.
Yeah, Evan Lacey just being at the right place at the right time, just coming down, crashing down from that secondary position and making a play on the ball at the point of contact.
Ashley Jackson last season, 2,219 passing yards for AJ. That time a strike down the seam. completes it to DeQueen, and a first down for Arizona.
And I'll tell you what, Mike, T DeQueen right now is on a tear with these routes. I mean, you can see finding the spot directly in between everybody right there, and then going up and high pointing the ball. It's what you love to see out of a receiver, a veteran receiver of DeQueen's caliber so early in the game.
DeQueen last season, 600 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns. 4-3 the defensive front, and DeQueen again on a little curl in route. They're trying to find number 17 any way they can.
Yeah, they're right now, essentially, Eddie Gage is saying feed the hot hand, right? DeQueen's made a couple big plays. Let's keep going back to her. Let's keep going there. Let's keep this drive alive.
Only 2 yards there, but, again, staying ahead of the change. You don't want your 2nd and 19s, 3rd and 13s like they've had in previous drives in this game. Halfway through the first quarter. Under pressure, an excellent job to get the ball away by Jackson. An excellent limitation there for Pittsburgh as Monzuma comes up and makes the tackle.
Yeah, and it was a good little drag route. I'm happy to see Jackson got the ball out quickly, setting up a 3rd and manageable now. Anything's in.
This is a big one. 3rd down and 5. Defense backing off. The underneath route could be there. Jackson, pressure in her face, pumps once, sets her feet. T DeQueen with the one-handed catch at the 5-yard line. First down and goal for Arizona.
Wow. Did you see the pump fake, Trillo? Let's go back and let's watch this. Get another look at this pump fake right here from Ashley Jackson rolling out to her left side. She's got pressure coming. Pump fakes right there. Freezes the secondary. Finds T DeQueen downfield within 5-6 yards from the goal line. That's amazing.
3 of the 4 plays on this drive have gone to T DeQueen, and now Arizona is set up in the red zone at the 5-yard line. First and goal, middle pressure shown by the Riverhogs, and I don't hate that. I don't hate that call, Mike,
no.
Right? They heavy box, and it was a little pop.
Yeah,
from the
put a little
end.
bit of air under it.
And,
put a little bit of air under it.
Well, that was a little bit too much air under it there from AJ. Second down and goal at the 5. And then they're stacking the box again. This is 8 in the box for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is expecting a run here.
They will get it, and they will stop it. Doug Day with another big tackle, his 2nd of the game.
Yeah, Doug Day again coming up and making a really clutch tackle. He's so good. I mean, 4-time All-Star, and honestly, this is really this is a tough situation because right now Arizona wants to run the ball. You're so close to the goal line, but Pittsburgh is stacking the box here.
3rd and goal at the 3, double tight end, offset eye. Fullback dive, stopped at the goal line. That is smash mouth football, and Monzuma says absolutely not to Will Todd.
And that's what you got to be afraid of when you see a stacked box like that. You got to find something to do. And regardless, a great job, a great drive by Arizona. Let's not discredit the drive, Trillo, because the drive was great. You got to come away with 6, though.
17-yard field goal good. Arizona wins the field position battle and does a great job on that drive, even though they came up short in the red zone. But that's the defensive adjustments you like to see, right? You're getting beat, you're getting beat, you're getting beat. Oh, all of a sudden Arizona tries to run the ball. We're going to close down and stop the run.
Absolutely, and it's a great job. Listen, Pittsburgh, obviously not favorable. You're giving up those big passes from Arizona and T DeQueen. Obviously, she was on fire on that drive, but for Pittsburgh to recoil there, bounce back, close it up inside of the red zone, that's good defensive football.
Ace Fennick going to try and lead the successful drive here on drive number 2 for Pittsburgh. They went 3 and out in drive number 1. Fennick's completion percentage last season, 61.6%. That was number 2 overall in the league.
Yeah.
Only a 4-man rush. Check down to the outside. Mike Churchill's going to pick up 9 on that play.
That's such a good play. You know, early on, especially whenever you're trying to get your quarterback, you're on the road in Arizona. This is a tough place to play, Chirillo. You want to get your quarterback comfortable quick. I know he's been in the league for a long time, but you got to get some rhythm.
We are hearing from the crowd that it is Mike Churchill's birthday. If that is true, and we're not getting baited, happy birthday, Mr. Churchill.
Happy birthday.
I formation, double tight end, set to the left-hand side. With Fennick under center, they'll hand the ball off. That'll be a first down. They only needed 1. They got about 4. BB Bullets.
Yeah, great run from Bullets. Good blocking there and moving the chains, keeping things going here, staying on schedule.
Mike Churchill last season, 9 touchdowns on the ground, over 660 yards on the ground as well.
Yeah, Churchill was really good for them last season.
Listen, the tight end in motion here, Lili Nakai. Again, stacked box here from Arizona, anticipating run. They'll send a 6-man blitz, and that's a beautiful punish on the blitz. Lili Nakai, and I'm going to let you talk about how the motion set that play up.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The motion really predicted that and made that happen there. But Lili Nakai coming up and making that grab. I mean, you see right there the scissors concept going, one going in, one going out, and then you've got automatically sets the defender up in a bad position. Lili Nakai getting a stretched out hand there, and then making the tackle miss there and continuing this on for another 5 or 6 yards. That's excellent football.
And well done by the offensive line, picking up that 6-man pressure.
I'll tell you.
And giving Fennec just enough time to get that pass away. Fennec going to continue under center against the 4-3 look. And the box is clean for Arizona. Nice tackle for just a 1-yard gain. That's Sean Moore at linebacker. We do have 2 Hall of Famers on this Arizona Scorpions defense. Hunter Norwood at defensive tackle, and of course the effervescent Eddie Gage at strong safety. Arizona shows pressure, only rushes 4, and Churchill not on time with his QB. A little bit too much back shoulder there, right?
Yeah, little off center there from that throw, but it also looked like it was a little late, Chirillo. It looked like there was maybe a little bit of a stutter from Ace Fennec, and that kind of set the rhythm off for Churchill. Just couldn't connect.
This is a big play. 3rd down and 8, not yet in field goal range for Otis Boudreaux. Fennec, middle, overthrown and incomplete. Was looking for Doug Britton, and it was nowhere near number 84. 4th and 8 here.
Yeah, that was really close to being in Grant Hardaway's hands. Coming back home for a nice 6 points. That was lucky.
Ida Lee going to punt this ball away. We've seen Arizona take advantage of some good field position. Let's see if Pittsburgh can as well. Fair catch at the 14-yard line.
And now the question is, you're on your own 14. You're backed up in your own territory. This is a long field to go. We saw Tita Queen make some great plays on the previous drive. Do they stick with the run, or do they stick with the pass, or do they go lean a little bit more run to try and open things up?
I think you got to be reactive, right? We saw Pittsburgh stack the box, which they're not doing here.
Yep.
It's only a 3-man front. So now I would maybe audible to a run here. We'll see what they do. 3 receivers all on that short side left. Jackson going to throw that way. That pass is deflected and incomplete. Corey Menor with a big deflection, and Doug Day almost got a hand on it as well.
It was close. Menor and Day were both in the area making really big plays there, but 2nd and long. This is what you got to get out of Chirillo. You can't keep being in the getting in these 2nd and 10 situations where it's automatically essentially a passing situation. I mean, you're letting the defense dictate what you're doing on offense. I would love to see some early runs on 1st down from Arizona.
Well, now 2nd down and 10. You really don't want to run the football. Jackson under pressure, the pump fake, the rollout, the deep shot, and it's off the hands of the receiver. Xavier Solomon had 6 points in the back of his mind, but you got to secure the catch first.
God, again with the pump fake from Ashley Jackson. She's doing so good at that. I don't know if this is something she picked up in the offseason, but the pump fakes and then freezing the secondary. But Xavier Solomon, that was in the bucket. You got to hold on to that.
Now 3rd and 10. Pittsburgh looking for a big 3 and out and a good field position flip. Jackson rollout deflected and pinballs to the turf. 4th and 10. Pittsburgh holds on defense. And I agree, you've got 2 really good running backs back there in Jesse Fretz and DJ Moses, and they haven't touched the ball really since that opening drive.
No, you had 1 carry to Jesse Fretz, and that's been the only thing. DJ Moses, who's been a bell cow back for you for years, right? This is a guy you need to get involved early. Set those 2nd downs up for a little bit more manageable situations.
And we even saw the fullback dive with Will Todd in the red zone that came up a yard short of the end zone. Now Pittsburgh's going to have the ball right at midfield at the 48-yard line. And this is an Arizona Scorpions team that averaged 24 points a game last year, not where they would want to be. But they were 2nd in the league in rushing yards per game at 156, and we haven't seen that so far here in Game 1 of Season 27. Here's a blitz from Arizona, and a quick pass incomplete. Lili Nakai couldn't hang on to that one.
Yeah, just a little bit off target there from Ace Fennick. It looked a little behind Nakai and just couldn't hold on to it.
Just 3-0 Arizona. 1:20 left to go here in the first from the SFL convention in Denver, Colorado. Just a single receiver split out beyond the numbers each side. Now Juice Fennick goes in motion to make it a Twins look. And they'll run the ball to Churchill. Slips past one, picks up 4. Now that's a good first down run.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like it on second down as much.
You know, I think I could take it or leave it. You know, you are getting a little bit closer to a third and manageable. But I do want to highlight, man, it's always so good to see a safety like Grant Hardaway be able to come downhill like that and play the run. It's beautiful.
On third down, Pittsburgh's gonna be short. Juice Fennick made the catch on the drag route. He couldn't turn upfield.
Yeah, it was a great play. Bernard Smith making a huge stop on third down there and coming up and sealing the deal.
Uh-oh, here we go. 4th and 1. Gutsy call here from Pittsburgh. They're going to snap it, and Churchill's going to pick up the first.
How about that? We talk about gutsy call. I was talking about the previous play, but then you come out on 4th down and you go for it, and it pays off for you. Running up the middle, I mean, that is classic football right there.
This is a Pittsburgh team last season that struggled to run the ball. Under 100 rushing yards per game at just 83. Fennick against the big-time blitz. He gets bulldozed.
DJ Kilgannon off the edge right there. Excellent job. Second sack for him today. And I'll tell you what, Trillo, he literally just made the move to defensive end, showing it was a really good move for the Scorpions. Again, the bend is really good.
That's the end of the first quarter. Just 3-0 Arizona. A defensive and field position battle here in Game 2 of Day 1 of Season 27 here in the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Second quarter about to get started. Michael Trevino, Mike O'Neill, Kevin Irvine, producer extraordinaire at the table with us here in Denver, Colorado. As Pittsburgh is backed up well behind the sticks after the sack on first down by Kilgannon. 5-man rush. Running outside is Ace Fennick. He's going to get run down, but he does pick up some positive yardage. 3rd and 11, though, not where you really want to be.
No, it's not where you want to be, but kudos to Fennick for making something out of nothing.
Arizona's picked up a couple of 3rd and long conversions. Let's see if Pittsburgh can do the same. Fennick, that one was deflected over the middle. Hardaway again. He's been everywhere in this first quarter.
Grant Hardaway he's shown that he can do it all, right? He's playing down into the box. He's dropping back. He's deflecting passes. He's really, really playing at a high level from that safety position.
Grant Hardaway, his second season with Arizona. Last season, 70 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 4 passes defended, no interceptions. And again, we have this slow, grindy field position battle of attrition here in this first half. Still just 3-0 Arizona.
Yeah, but I feel like we're right on the verge of something here because we saw flashes of greatness from Arizona's offense early on in the passing game. Can they get back to that here? Again, I would still like to see a run on first down, especially this close in your own territory. But can we see those deep passes downfield and those vertical shots convert?
Jackson will take a shot, and guess who? Tita Queen has been on the money here in this first half.
I want to point something out, Cirillo. In this game so far, I don't know if you're seeing it, but Tita Queen off the line is unbelievably fast. I mean, the release from Tita Queen to be able to find an open space has been elite so far.
And her route running has been incredible, right?
Absolutely.
We've seen her on posts, on slants, and on curls. That was a go route, and just perfect passing from Jackson to find a Queen, whatever happens. And now we're going to establish the run. Jesse Fretz, much better than a 0-yard run earlier in the game. That time he picks up 7.
No, that's perfect. Exactly what I want to see, right? 7 yards on first down, 2nd and 3, much more manageable. I wouldn't be surprised if they stick with the run again out of this heavy set.
This is a similar look to what they had on the goal line in the first quarter when they couldn't punch it in. But when Pittsburgh stacks the box like that, it's very hard to run the football.
Yeah, they're so good at playing inside of the box there and having so many there and really disrupting those gaps. I would love to see a play action. I'm just being honest. I think a play action rollout for Ashley Jackson right here would really be good.
Another stack box here on 3rd and 3. Jackson fires, completes. TJ Punk picks up a big fresh set of downs for the Scorpions.
Yeah, you can see Punk right there just running this seam route downfield, just directly on the seams and really out of position where Pittsburgh's defense, and coming up with a big grab there and converting and moving the chains.
Arizona's had the majority of possession here in the first half. They still only lead 3-0. They'll go back to Fretz on the ground, slithers through the first line of defense and picks up 4. Now that is good. 4 on first down, you're always happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 2nd and 6 now. The defense doesn't know what you're going to do here. 2nd and 6, you could do anything, and anything would be manageable.
Jesse Fretz last season, 95 carries, 318 yards on the ground. Little quick slant to the 40-yard line. Complete to Mike Twinscrew, his 2nd catch of the first half.
Yeah, again, I like how Ashley Jackson's release was really, really quick on that, right, on that quick slant, just utilizing that inside leverage.
Twinscrew now in motion, 1st and 10. This is a good drive from Arizona, started deep in their own territory, and now they're inside the Pittsburgh 40. Jackson into double coverage, and it's incomplete.
2nd time that Xavier Solomon has had the ball directly in his hands and let go of it there. It was just perfect timing there on that route, but you got to come down with those. I mean, Jackson is delivering some accuracy right now.
Solomon can be a deep threat, averaged 16.2 yards per reception last season. Now 2nd and 10, just a 3-man front for Pittsburgh. And it, again, if you drop all of those guys in coverage, it's very likely going to end up in an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and just like you see there, Kane Vasquez getting a hand on that, disrupting the passing lanes. And 3rd and 10, not what you want to see, but they've been pretty good in these 3rd and long situations.
Yeah, especially when Jackson rolls out and uses the pump fake to move the defense. Let's see if we're going to see it again here with the bunch set to the near side. Jackson will roll out to the weak side, has pressure in her face, and it's intercepted. That one's going to go back, and it could go back for 6. 30, 20,
look out.
Down the sideline. The spin move is going to be tackled at the 15-yard line. Ernest McCray Sr. with a big momentum-shifting interception, and they'll add the face mask on top of it.
Unbelievable job. Ernest McCray Sr. jumping that route there, running back the other way for 6. I mean, that was beautiful. Pittsburgh has been seeing these rollouts be so successful for Arizona all night. McCray Sr. just automatically knew where they were going on that backside and just jumping that route and going with the other way. But kudos to Arizona for tracking him down.
Churchill doesn't get anything on 1st and goal. First interception of the season and 38th in the now 7-season career for Ernest McCray Sr. He is a ball hawk.
Yeah, absolutely. Ernest McCray Sr. was, that was as impressive play as any. But now I want to see, I'm looking at Pittsburgh's offense now here, Torillo. They got to make something happen. Got to come with 6.
2nd and goal after nothing on 1st down. Power I formation. They're going to throw out of it to the far sideline. Looking for the corner, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Walking the tightrope. Doug Britton walking the tightrope here, Torillo. We're going to get another look at this. It would look very close. This might be a challenge.
Britton turned up, and it looks like he may be just short. He may be just short, but depends on if they want to throw the challenge flag or not. It looks like this one may just stand.
This one could go. They're electing not to call the challenge flag. It's a little bit surprising from Eddie Gage.
Yeah, Arizona coaching staff probably thinking it's still early, not worth maybe burning a timeout there. But and a great play, right? They lined up in power I with the 2 tight ends.
Yep. And
they sold Arizona on the run.
Absolutely.
They take the little outside screen pass, and then you just leave it up to Doug Britton to turn upfield and get it in the house.
Absolutely. And look for Arizona, this is no panic button, right? You've had a really explosive offense. Now you did have the interception here, but Arizona, they're going to know better than to go back to that play pretty often, right? You have other plays that have been explosive in the passing game. You can move the ball downfield. I don't think there's any panic from that sideline.
Arizona down at home, 5:44 to go in the second quarter. 7-3 Pittsburgh as a almost pick six and a two-play 15-yard drive ends up in a touchdown for the Riverhogs. Ashley Jackson, pressure in her face, throws a dart downfield. That's 20-plus yards again to Twin Screw.
Yeah, and Coach Eddie Gage.
Correction, Solomon.
Coach Eddie Gage must have had a conversation with Xavier Solomon on the sideline saying, look, we just gave up some points here. We need you to catch the ball when it's thrown in your direction. And that's what happened. Xavier Solomon comes up big, and that's what Xavier Solomon is known for. That's why he was brought here.
And I mentioned the number, right? 16.2 yards per catch.
Yep.
Jackson looking downfield for Solomon again. He's now 2 for 2 on this drive. Correction, now that's Twin Screw.
48 and 84.
We're struggling
48 and 84. That's it. Twin Screw coming up really big here. You can see him working one-on-one with the defensive back, and just a nice post route there. Gets good leverage inside and takes advantage of it.
And it's so tough for a corner there. You're one-on-one, and you could go inside, outside, stop, hitch. You got to read it real quick. And if the receiver gets inside position, look at the shift to the inside from the defensive line for Pittsburgh. And that's just an easy pitch and catch over the top to TJ Punk. Another first down for Arizona. They are moving the ball with momentum on this drive.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. There were some rumblings that this Arizona team had a revamped passing game this offseason. And so far what we've seen is an explosive passing game as any we've ever seen in previous seasons. So, I mean, hats off to Arizona for what they're doing right now.
Now, last season, they were not great. 20th in the league at passing the ball, 184 yards per game. They lead heavily on their number 2 rushing game. This year, a lot more balance, a lot more passing focus. Jackson rolling out, looking towards the end zone, and there were all kinds of Riverhogs in white jerseys there. There was no way through for that pass.
No, none whatsoever. Xavier Solomon was there in the end zone, but had 3 Riverhogs around him. I'm not sure why Ashley Jackson elected to throw that one.
He said, hey, you've got me 2 big catches on this drive. How about a third one in triple coverage? No? Okay. 2nd and 10 from the red zone at the 20-yard line. DeQueen has been the main target for Ashley Jackson here in this game so far. She motions to the near side. They go downfield. Punk at the 5 and pushes forward to the 3. First and goal for the Scorpions. Last time they were down here, though, the Riverhogs held them to just 3.
And you got to love the play right here. DeQueen motions inside, and then Punk is running that arrow route really to the behind. But DeQueen running that curl or that hitch right there freezes the secondary, gives some space.
And you know what I saw? I saw Doug Day crash down on the curl.
Absolutely.
And leave the flat wide open.
It was a great play from the offense.
And once again, Arizona with threats struggling to run the ball inside the 5. I'd like to see him spread it out. If you're going to go conservative, you can maybe go with a swing, even a stretch. Get the ball outside the A-gap here.
Absolutely. You got to catch this Pittsburgh defense off guard here. You had the interception early. Let's see what they do.
Fullback dive. Touchdown, Arizona. Will Todd.
And Eddie Gage is happy right now. Will Todd has been a loyal player for this Arizona squad. And Eddie Gage smiling right now that his boy got a touchdown in the end zone. It was a great fullback dive there, a good call. And even though it was a stacked box, Trillo, it was a great job from the offensive line.
Will Todd, who was 2nd in the SFL last season in yards per carry at 5.7 with 3 touchdowns, gets his...
Right? The points that came from Pittsburgh was from a very short field from an interception setup, right? So what do you do offensively when you get back in this situation? You got to find ways to move the football and get first downs, Drew.
They're going to have decent starting field position at the 30-yard line. 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Still 3 timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning. So plenty of time for a methodical ball control type drive here from Pittsburgh. You can use the run. I mean, Mike Churchill's been effective, especially stretching to the outside as well, and really maybe try to eat up the rest of this first half clock.
And you know what? We haven't heard much from Ziggy Ronick this game. So I would love to see Ronick get involved, on this drive.
First and 10 at the 30. Fennick back to pass. Going to take the check down outside to Churchill. A nice one-on-one tackle in the hole there for Arizona. Sean Moore came up and made the hit.
Yeah, Sean Moore proving why he's one of the best linebackers in the league.
He has one of the best nicknames in the league too, right?
Big Dog.
Big Dog. Lili Nakai motions out to the slot. Out of I formation on 2nd and 6. They'll run the ball, and it's eaten up by Arizona.
Yeah, number 59 coming in, sealing
Rain
off that side there, and that was a awesome play from the defense. You know, tried to bounce it outside there on the run, but crashing down and setting that up.
That was Rain Rie, another long-standing member of this SFL. 3rd down and 10 now. Pittsburgh does not want to go 3 and out, and they will not. Needed 10, got 10. Beautiful catch by Doug Britton.
Yeah, great play here from Doug Britton, and you can see it right there, just finding the spot in between zones, and Fennick, being the veteran that he is, knowing exactly where to put that.
And when I do coaching, I love running those levels concepts out a bunch because it's so much for the defense to consider on one side of the ball as we hit the 2-minute warning.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here.
First and 10 for Pittsburgh. 2 minutes to go in the first half, trailing 14-10. Correction. 10-7. They're going to go to Churchill on the outside. They've tried to set up that quick screen to the running back a couple of times, and Arizona's had it covered every time.
Yeah, that time Derek Majors coming down again, coming over from Chicago, another one, playing down and really making a good play. Arizona's caught on to this swing pass here on first down.
Derek Majors had 2 pick sixes last year. Lee fighting through tackles inside the 35. What a catch and a run afterwards.
Yeah, when you've got a big body frame, Lili Nakai, just unbelievable job. This is what Nakai's known for right here, catching the ball on the slant here, making people miss and breaking tackles, carrying it for an extra 10 to 15 yards. That is unbelievable.
6'6", 280, Lili Nakai listed at in-game. First down and 10. And this Pittsburgh drive has gone from 3rd and 10 and almost a 3 and out to now threatening scoring position. Here comes the blitz. This time they get it out to Churchill with room to run and 11 yards and a first down. Timeout called by Pittsburgh.
Well, Pittsburgh wasn't afraid to go back to it, and honestly, I can't blame them. I mean, you have a big play like that to Nakai downfield, stretching vertically, right, and then you kind of capitalize on the next play.
And that's where the quick screen to the running back is great. When you've got the almost engage 8 type blitz coming at you, you've got space on the outside. There's Nakai in traffic again, up to the 12-yard line. Second timeout used by the Hogs.
Yeah, and these end routes for Lili Nakai are just really killing this defense right now and moving the chains, keeping things in the right direction. We talked about this drive coming into it. It seems like they're doing a great job so far.
Now, if you're Pittsburgh, you got to be careful here. You got to get out with at least something. If it's 3, it's 3. If it's a touchdown, great. Safety blitz. And a catch inside the 10. It was Nakai again. 2nd down and 4. 47 seconds left. They'll go quickly. Fennick looking. Deflected and incomplete. Everett Garrison knocked that one away at the goal line.
Everett Garrison was waiting on that ball there, Chirillo. He was sitting there. He knew exactly where it was going. Pittsburgh got lucky.
3rd and 4. You can use the middle of the field. You still got one timeout here. Fennick. It's intercepted at the 5-yard line. Down the left-hand sideline. Only the quarterback to beat, and Fennick's going to save a touchdown.
Sean Moore there.
Sean Moore, big dog coming up massive.
Big dog making a big play right there in the red zone. Look at him drop back. He's reading the eyes of Fennick. He jumps the route and goes the other direction. And how about Fennick chasing him down and making the tackle? Regardless, Arizona is thrilled right now to keep Pittsburgh out of the end zone.
So now it's gone from Pittsburgh potentially tying it up or taking the lead. If the Scorpions put this one in the end zone with 32 seconds left to go in the half, that's such a backbreaker for Pittsburgh on the road.
And it's momentum. It is momentum, and momentum is everything. You are at home right now if you're Arizona.
Jackson looking, the strike completes. Solomon makes the catch, timeout, Arizona.
Yeah, and you want to kind of pump the brakes here. I mean, you want to kind of slow things down a little bit, get back into the game. You don't want Jackson to make a mistake, right? Just get back into the groove of things and keep things flowing, keep this offense flowing. This is a great opportunity for the Scorpions.
Jackson looking. Oh, almost intercepted. Oh, Tommy Welbrecht-Pusey batted it up at the goal line and almost caught it himself.
Absolutely. It was, I mean, you thought that there was going to be, a catch on the own deflection there. And, I mean, great job from Pittsburgh secondary.
Quick note on the interception by Son Moore. It was his 18th of his career. None of them have gone back for a touchdown. That may have been the closest he has come to taking one back for 6. Jackson looking, almost throws a pick. Monzuma drops that one, and it's 3rd and 10.
Monzuma's smacking himself in the head right now because that is a very, very tough play. I mean, you can't drop those, Mike.
3rd and 10. He can get a first down inside the 3. Pittsburgh showing some pressure on the outside here. Punk goes in motion. 19 seconds left in the half. This is a massive play. Play action, rollout, Jackson looking, throwing, knocked away, a touchdown, saving play by Jermaine Menafield.
Menafield did a great job right there. Watch the defensive line all crashing towards the right tackle. Ashley Jackson rolls out behind the left tackle, tries to hit a corner route back there, and man, for Menafield to be on an island right there, that's a massive play.
Arizona's going to roll out Rob Ems. Already hit a 17-yarder. This is a 31-yarder. From the left hash, kick is good. And Arizona takes a 13-7 lead. But that 3 points is a bonus for Arizona because they were on their heels and almost about went behind.
Yeah, points are points, Mike. Really, all that matters, Arizona, all they're thinking right now, Mike, is this is 3 free points because we were about to give up 6, right? We were within 10 yards of giving up 6, and our defense made a play, gave us an opportunity, and now we could potentially be going in the half with the lead.
10 seconds left. Now, Pittsburgh does get the ball back to start the second half. Wouldn't be surprised if they ran the ball or took a knee and headed to the break here. They do only have that one time out remaining. And it's been an interesting tactical battle, right? Very defensive. 2 almost pick sixes in this game.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good matchup, back and forth. Kind of exactly what we expected here.
5 seconds to go in the half. Fenix just going to heave it as far as he can, and it's incomplete. We'll go to the halftime break. Pittsburgh trails on the road, 13-7. Arizona looking to start season 27 on a winning note. Neither of these teams won their Week 1 game last season. Somebody's going to win here in Week 1 in this season, and Arizona seems primed to do that right now.
Yeah, I want to look at, let's look at the first half overall, Mike. I mean, let's talk about both of these teams. Arizona, for one, the passing game is on fire. It's electric right now, right? But I would love to see them get a little more settled down in the second half, because when you look at this Pittsburgh offense, right now they're playing pretty conservatively. That could have been the game plan going in, right? They're not taking many shots downfield, and I think that realistically, Ashley Jackson's been on fire, 214 passing yards in the first half, right? I think that if Arizona can settle things back down, just play the run, they're in good shape here. Now for Pittsburgh, you got to take advantage of your opportunities.
Ashley Jackson's 200-plus yards in the first half means she has passed 50,000 passing yards for her career, currently 4th on the all-time
Congrats, Ashley
leaderboard.
Jackson, on
Ashley
50,000
Jackson,
passing yards.
50,000 passing yards. But there's still a game to play. It's not all about the it's not all about the stats, and it's still a one-score game. 13-7. The Scorpions will play defense first, and I want to go back and something that I saw in the first half highlights the snapshots of the half. It did definitely look like Doug Britton was out of bounds before he crossed the plane. But they didn't. Arizona didn't challenge it, and that's 7 points. Or 7 points. Can't go back now.
Yeah, and if you're Pittsburgh, right, the coaching staff needs to just look forward. You can't, you have to look forward now. You have to say, how do we get back into the red zone? How do we do that again? How do we capitalize and bring up some points here to take the lead?
First down pass for Ace Fennick, and a beautiful back shoulder throw out to the 45-yard line. Lily Nakai has been on fire. It's been the Nakai versus DeQueen show here in this game.
Yeah, it's been absolutely lethal. Nakai, just a great job on the corner route right there. And how about the positioning of the throw, right? Like you mentioned, the back shoulder, putting it inside where only Nakai can come up with that. That's a veteran throw.
Pittsburgh would love to come out here with a big statement in drive number one as Ben Harrison, who doesn't have a target yet, goes in motion. Fennick going to drop back against the pressure, throw it short and incomplete. Looking for Lease on the outside, getting both tight ends involved on that play.
Yeah, trying to find just a nice outlet there in Lease and couldn't find it, but it is, you live to play at another down, Michael.
2nd and 10, got to pick up some yards here, you think. Still with the two tight end look. Motioning Deuce Fennick across to the far side, yep. Ace, time in the pocket, throws, and Nakai again, breaking tackles down the sideline to the 20.
Wow. You schedule up a corner route right there. I mean, you see the motion going from left to right. We're going to get another look here at this corner route, just right from the edge of the line there, and throwing it in the right direction, right, breaking a tackle. You can take it to the bank that Lily Nakai is going to make the first person fall off.
And I'll tell you what, that Bernard Smith was crashing hard on that play. If that throw is a half second later, that's a pick going the other direction.
Absolutely.
Beautiful throw by Ace Fennick. Fennick's going to pass again, and going up in double coverage with a big-time loss at the 5-yard line there is Doug Britton.
Doug Britton had the controversial call earlier, but again, these corner routes right now for Pittsburgh are just absolutely eating, and going up and high pointing it there, and one-on-one coverage is impressive.
And we're seeing the secondary for Arizona in press man right now, and they're just getting beat off the line. Now we go power I inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 6.
Certainly not impressed here.
They're going to throw out of it to the wide side to Doug Britton. And that screen doesn't go for much.
No, they were ready for it. They had 3 in the end zone there and just crashing down, playing underneath there, and just making a good job or making a good play on the defensive side.
I don't hate the call. You're punishing a potential A-gap blitz there.
Absolutely.
But Arizona stays home. Now on 2nd and goal. Fennick pressured, wrapped up and sacked. Back at the 11-yard line.
You want to talk about defensive pressure. Arizona had 3 different people, 4 at the point of attack there on Ace Fennick, and that is about as good a production as you can get from a defensive line. J.C.
Wallace Jr. credited there with the sack as he wrapped up. Ace Fennick, and now 3rd and goal from the 9 officially is where they'll spot it. This is essentially a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely.
What do you got downfield? 2 receivers stacked each side. They go underneath.
Wow.
Can Britton turn upfield?
Wow.
Fighting for the goal line. He's going to be 1 yard short.
And the interesting thing here, Mike, was nobody accounted for the motion. They motioned him over, and the linebacker kind of balanced over and leaned over, cheated over a little bit, but other than that, you kind of left that wide open.
Otis Boudreau's going to take the 18-yard chip shot field goal, and what a stand in the red zone for the Scorpions right there.
It's a big stand, right? Because realistically, that could have been 6 points easily, but the defense from Arizona comes up big, holds them to 3, and now it's a 3-point ball game.
Otis Boudreaux has a career field goal percentage of 94%.
It's very impressive.
Special teams player of the season all the way back in season 17, a 2-time All-Star for Boudreaux as well. I mean, now it's been a long time for the Arizona offense to sit. You had the whole halftime break and then that long drive for Pittsburgh to start the second half. Do they come out cold, or are they ready to go?
Yeah, it's a good question. We're definitely going to have to see here with Ashley Jackson, because sometimes, you got to keep her throwing on the sidelines. Obviously, we know she just eclipsed 50,000 passing yards, so she's no stranger to this situation. But let's see what they come out here on first down and do.
Just one linebacker in the middle of the field there. And we'll run the ball. That's a good run. It is. Take nothing away from the run, but the suplex move for Fretz is he's gonna feel that in the morning.
Unbelievable. I mean, we heard it here from the convention. Somebody said power bomb. So.
Will Arizona finally answer your prayers and try and come out and establish the run? It's going to be 3rd down and inches.
And that's okay.
Carry for DJ Moses.
That's okay, because you're getting ahead of the chains, right? You're staying on schedule. You're following the script here. You need to slow things down, because we know that Arizona can open it up vertically if they need to, as we've seen. But just get the first downs right now.
Fullback dive, Will Todd, first down. And that fullback dive is a bread and butter of this offense, and it's very hard to stop, especially when, on that play, the tailback goes wide like he's going to go out for a screen and draws a defender out of the box.
Yeah, it's really impressive. We saw that in the red zone and obviously scoring on it, but continuing that is impressive.
Jackson tries for DeQueen. That one just a little bit too far in front. Credit to DeQueen. She almost still made the catch.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely wasn't afraid of contact. That one was heading right into the safety, into the free safety's arms.
Now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Double linebacker blitz. And Jackson maybe panics a little bit and overthrows the downfield pass. And it's 3rd and 10.
I'm going to go back to something that is pretty well known, right? Better overthrown than underthrown in that situation.
Now 3rd and 10. We're seeing again the 3-down lineman look from Pittsburgh. Only a 3-man rush. Jackson rolling, throwing, caught. First down.
Twin Screw was great on that. Just an excellent job just finding a hole in between the zone right there. And that is not easy to do. I mean, you can see all the zones dropping back there and really finding a good pocket to throw that into. Ashley Jackson really has been impressive.
By my count, that's 4 3rd and 10+ conversions for Arizona in this football game. They are moving the ball on 3rd down, but 1st and 2nd down haven't been great. That time to check down to DeQueen.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need right here. The check down to DeQueen is exactly what you need. The pressure was coming off hot, working against that left tackle there, and just keeping things alive. That's all you can ask for from your quarterback.
T. DeQueen now over 5,000 receiving yards for her career.
Wow.
We got milestones all over the place here today.
Ladies showing out.
Jackson pressured. Gets away and completes it downfield, and Twin Screw's going to get to the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. What a Houdini act by Ashley Jackson in the backfield.
There's so much to unpack in this play right now. There's so much to unpack. First of all, as we get a look right here, we're only going to see the route. First, it's a great catch by Twin Screw, but Ashley Jackson avoiding the pressure, climbing the pocket, dodging a sack, shaking it off, looking downfield, throwing a tight window to Twin Screw. That unbelievable play.
Arizona looking to take a 2-score lead. Jackson goes to Fretz on the screen, and that gets blown up for a loss of 2.
Ernest McCray Sr. could have taken that one back for 6 if it was just a split second later.
He's already got 1 interception today that he almost took back for 6. He wants another chance at it. Now here's second and goal, back at the 12. Pressure coming off the edge, intercepted in the end zone. Pittsburgh holds again. Evan Lacey with the interception.
And that is the danger of throwing the football in the red zone. I mean, I understand the big play. I understand the adrenaline. You can see Evan Lacey playing underneath and just playing underneath, just shadowing under that receiver, understanding that route. It was a post route. He knew exactly where it was going and jumping in front of it.
And maybe a little bit of red in front of the eyes of Evan Lacey, taking it out of the end zone there,
Yeah,
you know.
We won't talk about that on the coaching side.
Because now Pittsburgh picked up at the 4-yard line. Churchill, really great blocking up front. And he's going to get 9 yards out of it.
Yeah, it's a good play call backed up in your own inside your own 10-yard line there. Churchill carrying a few for a few yards and, you know, kind of trying to get some footing underneath you.
Remember, this is a Pittsburgh team that averaged under 100 yards a game on the ground last season. And if they can add a solid rushing attack to that, it's going to be a really great thing as Blitz gets through for a first down.
In my eyes, we've seen a few huge plays from Lili Nakai, right? So when you're running the ball effectively like this on first downs and second downs, all you're doing is just running that clock down, waiting for a big play from Lili Nakai.
Pittsburgh still just down 3. 2:40 to go in the third. The check down, Churchill tries to run over a defender, and Scotty Kilgannon says, I'm bringing you down at the first sign of contact.
Yeah, I mean, a 7-yard pickup. Obviously, Scotty Kilgannon making a good tackle there, but great 7-yard pickup on first down.
And now Pittsburgh on second and short can go right back to the ground here with the I formation. They will. Churchill, Blitz trying to follow the fullback through, comes up just short.
Yeah, playing the inside, just really playing the inside there and making a good tackle, keeping it to 3rd and inches. Let's see what they do here.
3rd down and inches. Quarterback sneak. Fennec, close. Not gonna get there. Kilgannon drives him backwards.
DJ Kilgannon coming up big there, and that one's controversial. We are going to get a challenge, and you know what, Mike? I think that this was a first down. The only argument I would see is that Fennec, by his own will, came back inside of that.
Yeah. It looked to me, in real time, like he got it. We're going to see. It's very close. Kilgannon, along with Fuentes, pushed him back.
You can see the tightrope act there, just trying to find some space, some breathing room there.
This is a big goal.
Yep, it's going to
Fourth
stand.
Down.
It's going to stand exactly like I said. The reason why that stood is because whenever Fennec was trying to find space, by his own will, he went back inside of that line. He went back over it and then got tackled.
And only down 3 in the third. Not going to be ultra aggressive here and try and pick it up on 4th and 1 deep in their own territory.
Yeah, there's no point. It's a 3-point game.
Low snap, punt away from Lee. Now Ashley Jackson. Uh-oh, maybe not Ashley Jackson yet. A really nice return for Arizona. Terry Money on that one. But now we got to talk about Ashley Jackson, right? 2 interceptions here in the first game. Has thrown an interception in the red zone now twice. One of them's almost gone back for 6. This has been, over her career, something that she has struggled with at times. And last season, it was better, that touchdown interception ratio. But of course, you've come out now and you've thrown 2 interceptions. Is it it's got to be a mental thing at this point. Here we go, 1st and 10. Problems to be overcome for Arizona, and they've still got the lead, 13-10, 1:30 to go in the third. Jackson, down to DeQueen. Ashley Jackson's solution, when everything is going wrong, find number 17 and she'll make it okay.
It seems to be working, and to your point, with Ashley Jackson's 2 interceptions, right, T. DeQueen has been the staple in the passing game so far in this game, right? You got to go back to her. You see the motion there, the slant route there, and knowing exactly where DeQueen is. They have great chemistry. If you're going to pass, go back to DeQueen.
1 minute to go. The shovel to Fretz. He hurdles the defender and picks up 11 there.
That was a great call and a great job by Jesse Fretz, reading the outside, hurdling a defender, right? And good blocking. How about the blocking from Xavier Solomon, hitting not one, but two, climbing and getting a second block there, setting up his teammate Fretz for the first down run.
40 seconds to go in the third. 3-point Arizona lead. The Scorpions driving to try and make it more, as that one was deflected and incomplete. Al Ingram, the third, got a hand on it.
It's the first time we've heard Al Ingram, the third's name, and that was a great play. And second and long is not where you want to be, right? You need to slow this game down. You've got the lead. It's nearing the end of the third quarter here. Slow it down. Let's get Ashley Jackson's nerves under center here.
And do they go back to the run game with Fretz, who's the single back? Jackson will throw. Jackson will throw deep, and it's incomplete. TJ Punk had that one tipped away from him at the last second by Menafield, who also, that's his second deflection of the game.
Yeah, second time, and in a big situation again, setting up a third and long. Now, Ashley Jackson in Arizona has been really good on third and long, Mike.
Yep. Third down and 10. 4 third and 10-plus conversions on the day. And they got it again. How in the world did Twin Screw come down with that one?
I do not know, but I believe I think it was Al Ingram the third playing underneath, and you gotta make that interception there. You're playing in perfect coverage, but man, that Twin Screw, that was unbelievable.
5 now. Third down and double-digit conversions for Arizona in this game. Jackson has that one tipped. I tell you what, the secondary on these deep passes is doing an incredible job for Pittsburgh. And that's the end of the third quarter. Arizona in the red zone, up by 3. We're going to have a barn burner of a finish. Convention, let me hear you as we go. 4's up. It's time for the final frame here in Arizona. There is a reason, as I want to pull in a personal anecdote here. There is a reason that across all the games I do, this is my favorite broadcast of anything I do all year. Jackson throws to the Queen down to the 5, and I will anecdote later because it's first and goal for Arizona.
We talk about the release of T to Queen, and you see it right there. I mean, look at on the arrow route, just going in, understanding exactly the spacing of the defense. Ashley Jackson knowing the timing of that. The middle name for Ashley Jackson's got to be throw it to the Queen.
Ashley, throw it to the Queen Jackson. That's a mouthful. Jackson, under pressure, had to get that ball out there quickly, and it was a little bit low and incomplete.
Yeah, Evan Lacey again getting a jump on that one, and another one, Chirillo, where if it were just a second later, could have been going back to the house.
Well, there was no way that could have been a second later, because a second later, Ashley Jackson would have been on the ground because that edge rush was getting home.
Absolutely.
Second down and goal from the 6. They'll run the ball outside. They didn't get there. DJ Moses had the end zone in his sights, but was closed down on at the 2. Third and goal. This is a massive play for the defense. Will Todd is not on the field in this formation.
This is going to be something. Now, keep an eye on the 2 tight ends on the left side.
Third and goal from the 2. Punk is uncovered in the slot. They pitch it to Fretz, and he goes down behind the line.
Oh, man, you got to think that, honestly, the motion might have killed that play, Mike. They motioned Punk outside off the line, and then there was no blocking help there.
A 20-yard field goal for Rob Ems is good. 16-10. It's still a one-score game here in the fourth quarter. How many times are we going to have defensive holds inside the 5?
Well, I mean, first of all, let's give credit where credit's due. Both defensive units have come out and just played their tails off today. I mean, it's been impressive from both coaching staffs putting together these game plans. This has been a fun one to watch.
But Pittsburgh is now going to have to come out and make a statement on offense to try and get back in this game down 6.
And how do you do that? I mean, it starts with getting the run game back involved. Maybe not even the run game. Maybe just those little swing passes out to Churchill or Blitz, right? We haven't seen Pseudo Nakai. That's something I'm interested in. Love to see that. But Ziggy Ronick, come on.
Yeah, Ziggy doesn't even have a target in this contest. Fennec. Oh, no. That one went off the helmet of the intended receiver. That's Ziggy Ronick, his first target of the game. He turns around, the ball banks off the noggin.
That's because he's cold. He hasn't been used all game. He needs some more targets there, and you can't drop that.
2nd down and 10. Lily Nakai's been the big receiver for Pittsburgh in this game. Can they find 89 in a big spot? Fennec forced to move in the pocket. Nakai turns upfield, 1st down and more. Oh, man.
I had to move away from the mic from a choice of words in that situation. Lily Nakai, that was about as close as it gets to a bad situation, but Lily Nakai making something great out of it. 1st down for Pittsburgh, and that's close.
Man, Bernard Smith, how close can you get to an interception right there?
Yeah.
That's a big 1st down for Pittsburgh, out past their own 30. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. Here's the out route. Churchill with room to run. 1st down out to the 46-yard line. I love that little setup right there. And Churchill has been open more often than not.
Yeah, but you got to set it up for it to work, right? You have to have other things in the bag in order for that to work. So normally, whenever you see, it's not it's a fact here. Every time Lily Nakai has gotten a big play downfield, they've opened that up the next play, and it's been great.
Fennec taking a shot, and it's caught. Britton again.
Doug Britton on the corner out there, and Fennec putting it in a good spot, really just throwing it right in front of the defender there. A great job. That was Scotty Kilgannon in coverage.
Pittsburgh now moving the football. Down 6, 7.5 to go at the 31-yard line of Arizona. Both teams trying to leave the Denver Convention with a win. This time the check down, and Churchill makes something out of nothing there, getting 4 yards when there was 2 defenders right in his face when he caught the ball.
And 4 yards is better than nothing, right? You don't want to be in a second and 10 situation with this defensive line, and look at this box drill. Unbelievable.
8 in the box, just 3 off the line for Arizona. And they try to run the ball with blitz and lose 1 yard. The big dog, Sean Moore, gets in there.
Sean Moore, we saw him with a huge interception earlier and showing that, listen, he's an all-around complete linebacker. He can play everything. He's going to play the run just as good.
Fennec throwing, and it's caught in traffic. Britton again coming up big.
And Doug Britton had a man on his hip there. I mean, you can't really ask for much better coverage than that from the defense. And I just don't know how you catch that. I mean, you can't get mad there at the defense. That was perfect positioning.
This is only the 3rd matchup between these teams in history. Once in season 24, once in season 25. They're 1-1. The away team has won both matchups. Pittsburgh looking to continue that trend. Here's Churchill again, barreling out at the 5.
Yeah, and that one worked so well, Trilla, because they sent the blitz off that side. And all you got to do is just put a little bit of air under it, let Churchill get out there and have some room to pick something up.
And all of the games between these teams have been defensive contests. We're talking 24-21, 20-7.
Wow.
No shootouts here. 2nd and inches at the 5.
Pittsburgh needs this.
Fennec tries to roll out. Quarterback, he escapes and scores. What a play. Ace Fennec, touchdown Pittsburgh.
Holy Ace Fennec. That was unbelievable. Look at this. I mean, he was dead to rights there from the defensive end and making his way, a spin move and making his way into the end zone. Fennec's not even known for that, Mike. That is impressive athleticism.
We have a tie game in Arizona the extra point to give Pittsburgh their first lead of the afternoon. 17-16. Ace Fennick with the improvisation and the touchdown.
Unbelievable. I got to tell you, it was an impressive drive from Pittsburgh to get downfield. We talked about how crucial that drive was, Mike, because you can't let Arizona get out more than a 2-score, right? You have to keep it to 1 score. And for them to come out, drive downfield, remember where they started on that drive, make something of it is impressive. Now for Arizona, we've seen them stretch downfield all day, all game. They have the offense to do it. This is just business as usual.
The other thing I want to mention about that touchdown run, right? It was 2nd and inches at the 5. They did not. He did not need to do that. You needed an inch, and then you set up 1st and goal. But Ace Fennick, he wanted to show off for the crowd.
Just a little bit.
Jackson the pitch. Fretz cuts it inside. Great blocking.
Unbelievable. Do you see the block, the receiver come around and take the outside? Oh, that was unbelievable. It was a good job there. You'll get another look at it here. No, it was Xavier Solomon coming up and picking up number 20 there and creating that lane.
Boom, right on the outside, seals that edge. And as a tight end, you're not just catching passes over the middle. You got to do the dirty work too.
Yeah, Xavier Solomon really seems to be feeling at home here.
1st and 10 for Arizona, down by 1. First time they've trailed in the game. 5 minutes to go at their own 36-yard line, going right to left. A laser beam from Ashley Jackson is complete again.
Xavier Solomon, wow, again. We just talked about him in the blocking game.
So, and I love when a tight end or a wide receiver gets rewarded for setting a great block. Next play, all right, I'm going to get you the ball.
Just a simple post route, and again, against the same defender that he picked up in the block. I mean, that's just nasty.
Now 1st and 10 in Pittsburgh territory. 41-yard line. Arizona trying to take the lead back. Jackson under pressure from the backside. That pass is knocked away.
Yeah, just trying to get it out to Mike Twinscrew, and it's a little off of a throw there from Jackson, but you know what? You live to play another down. You've been moving the chains pretty well here.
And Monzuma's going to get credit for that deflection, and it's 2nd down and 10. Both teams still with their full complement. Pittsburgh only has 2 timeouts left because they failed that challenge early in the 3rd quarter. Jackson pressured, throwing, complete. Weapon X, Xavier Solomon.
And they went right back to him. This is the same play right here. They went right back to Xavier Solomon, and you can see exactly directly in front of those safeties. I mean, why wouldn't you go back to? I mean, that's an effective play. Xavier Solomon has an excellent route running there, and Ashley Jackson just really in sync with the receivers.
Arizona, what a statement drive so far.
Absolutely.
Moving the ball down the field at will. Just outside the red zone of the 24-yard line. They go back to the ground. And Moses only picks up 3.
I don't mind it, though. I love that they're going back to the run here, right? You're in field goal territory. Slow the game down. Let's not make a mistake here, right? Just slow the game down. Get back to what last year's Arizona was, which was great on the run game.
It's all about allowing Pittsburgh to have the least amount of time to make a response down here at the end. And they will milk that clock all the way down inside of 10 seconds. And Jesse Fretz is going to pick up a 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want to see right here as we get another look at this. I mean, look at the blocking. Well, look at Will Todd getting to the 2nd level, climbing up and picking up a linebacker there and just creating room for Jesse Fretz. Right now, this team's playing selflessly, and that's why they're driving so well.
Just 5 in the box for Pittsburgh here. 3 minutes to go. Jackson looking for the knockout punch, and it's deflected away at the goal line by Corey Menner.
And it's important, Mike, that we don't let history repeat itself down in the red zone, right? We've seen red zone mistakes from Ashley Jackson. Keep it on the ground. Just keep it on the ground. Run the ball. If you absolutely have to, pass, but let's slow it down.
Now, it doesn't look like we're going to run the ball here. Just single back for Fretz. Solomon's been big on this drive. 2 big catches and a big block in the run game. 5 on the play clock. They'll snap it. Jackson looking for the end zone, and a little bit too hot to handle for T. DeQueen. Third down.
And I understand you want to go to DeQueen. I get it. I understand she's been lethal, but man, you got to slow things down here. It's getting dangerous.
3rd and 10. What do you drop here if you're Arizona? You're already down by 1, 2:55 to go. You'd love to put it in the end zone. You can get a first down inside the 2, but you're going to be looking for the painted turf right here.
And you don't want to leave time on the clock for Pittsburgh.
Jackson with the patented AJ rollout,
Wow.
and it's a touchdown! Mike Twinscrew on 3rd and 10. They've done it again.
You want to talk about a possession catch? Let's look out of this bunch here. Twinscrew on the post route. You can see going up, one-handed grab, catches it in the end zone, and it did get over the line.
Well,
We're going to go for 2 here.
yeah, Arizona's going to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game. And Will Todd
And
is
did
short.
not get it.
So it's a 5-point game.
Wow.
With 2:52 to go.
Unbelievable. I mean, an incredible job from Arizona, but Pittsburgh recognizing the Will Todd fullback dive that they scored a touchdown on earlier and shutting it down for the 2-point conversion.
Confusion reigns here in Denver at the SFL convention, week 1. So I was in story mode earlier, and then Pittsburgh came through and scored a touchdown. So I need to go back to story time.
Okay.
These convention games are my favorite games to call of any game I do. It doesn't matter what team, what league, doesn't matter, because the crowd is there and they're listening. They're listening to you while watching the game live. You're right there. You can see them. You can interact with them. It's unlike anything else that I've ever done in broadcasting. It's such a fantastic vibe. As here comes Churchill out of the backfield. That play has gotten 6+ yards pretty much every time.
Yeah, they're always setting them up, right? If Arizona's going to drop back in zone, they're just going to take the dump off underneath and let Churchill pick something up.
Now ahead of the sticks. 30 seconds till a 2-minute warning here. 2nd down and 3. Double tight end look on the right-hand side out of I. They'll run the ball. Blitz has a first down, crashing through orange and black jerseys. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a great play there. Just look at reading the hole there and getting through. It's just a great job from the offensive line.
The tension is palpable, both in the stadium and here at the convention.
It is very, very tense. And I think you can hear a needle drop, and this is carpet.
2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in what has been a very well-played game. Defensive stand on both sides. Interceptions. This is anything you could have asked for in a convention game.
Absolutely.
Here to
Two
start
teams really playing
the
good.
SFL season 27. Lily Nakai's been the main deep threat for Pittsburgh. She is in motion. And in a potential one-on-one coverage on the far sideline. Fennick's going to go that way, and it's caught. Ben Harrison tied in. First catch for him on the season.
And that was impressive from Harrison, strictly because the defender stuck with Harrison rather than going with Lily Nakai. So the fact that Harrison was able to make that play, even though there was trail technique on him, unbelievable.
1:35 to go. Pittsburgh has 2 timeouts. They need a touchdown to take the lead. Blitz on the pitch. Picks up 3, 128 and counting.
And I think the big thing here, too, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, I mean, Pittsburgh really could be slow playing this right now because they don't want to give the ball back to Ashley Jackson and T. DeQueen.
But you got to be a little bit wary of the clock. 1:12 at the snap. Frennick pressure from the backside, and the Kai was open. And a touchdown saving deflection for Arizona and Scotty Kilgannon.
Yeah, Scotty Kilgannon, I believe the rookie is just playing really, really good just on the outside there.
Now 3rd and 7. This 4-down territory, obviously, for Pittsburgh here. 1:08 to go. Look at the pressure on the far side from Arizona's defense. Will they bring the house here? No. They'll back off and only rush 4, and Fennec finds the completion to Ziggy Roenick. His first catch of the game comes with a minute to go.
Yeah, first catch of the game, and look how he catches this ball. I mean, it's just holding his hand out like he's just catching a softball there. I mean, it's just unbelievable job. And then where's this been the entire game? You need Roenick involved in this game plan, and maybe the plan was to keep him involved in the minute, inside the minute.
Still no timeout called for Pittsburgh. 40 seconds and counting. They've got 2 timeouts left. Here comes the blitz. Fennec over the middle. That pass is caught by Juice Fennec inside the red zone. 32 seconds left and counting.
And they've got to keep going here. They're going to get back to the line with 22 seconds left.
20 seconds. They'll run a play to the end zone, knocked away.
That was really dangerously close. Derek Majors, you mentioned he had 2 pick sixes last season, and that was right in Majors' hands. He doesn't drop those often, but it does stop the clock for Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well, that's a touchdown, another touchdown-saving deflection, because Juice Fennec was wide open to the back of the end zone. 15 seconds. Pittsburgh has to hit the orange turf to win the game. They've still got 2 timeouts. They can use the middle of the field if they want. Fennec rolls out. Fennec has time. Fennec's got a touchdown! Fennec's got a touchdown! Ace to Juice for the lead with 11 seconds to go to stun the convention crowd.
They've been doing this for so long, Ace to Deuce, and look at Grant Hardaway, as good as he's been. Look at the coverage, the blown coverage on the back end there, taking a few extra steps, and Deuce coming up and making a really big play there. That's a massive touchdown for Pittsburgh.
Now here's the thing. They're going for the extra point. It would only be a 2-point game. They're going to go with a fake. And they don't get it. It's thrown out of bounds. And it's only a 1-point game with 11 seconds to go.
Talk about the jitters.
Cameron Irvine's face is on the table.
Talk about the jitters. I mean, you had an opportunity. That's why he doesn't play quarterback.
1-point game. 10 seconds to go. I don't think Arizona's got a chance to get in field goal range, although they still have all 3 timeouts. What a game this has been.
I don't know. As fast as DeQueen's been releasing off the line, she may be at the other team's 30 in 3 seconds.
Jackson, DeQueen caught. Timeout, 5 seconds left.
And don't hold your horses. Don't consider it out yet.
Five seconds. This is going to have to be a heave. Ashley Jackson's going to heave it. And it's overthrown, incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. And the Pittsburgh Riverhogs stun Arizona with an 11-second left touchdown from Ace Fennec to Juice Fennec. An incredible convention game, one of the better ones I've seen.
Absolutely one of the better ones that I've seen, Mike, and both teams came out, played so well. The defensive game plans for both of these teams was unbelievable. I mean, hats off to both coaching staffs, but at the end of the game, the difference maker here, Pittsburgh just had the ball last. Let's be honest.
And sometimes it comes down to that with 2 evenly matched teams. Of course, Pittsburgh winning on the road at Arizona means that the home team in 3 meetings has never won in this matchup. Arizona and Pittsburgh. The trend continues, and we're going to have a visit from the Hogs themselves here in the booth. I don't know if Cam's going to turn on the camera.
Got wild animals in the booth back here.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
And the king of Pittsburgh, apparently.
Doug Day here. What a game as Pittsburgh and Arizona go blow for blow, wire to wire, and in the end, the Riverhogs are going to go to 1-0 This is a Pittsburgh team that is looking to make the playoffs for only the second time in franchise history. No better start than 1-0 on the road.
No, absolutely. And no better start than 1-0 on the road against a quality opponent that is normally in the playoffs every season.
For Cameron Irvine here at the desk, Mike O'Neill alongside me. My name is Michael Torello. Shout out to the crowd at the Denver convention here in 2026. You guys were amazing. My name is Michael Torello. Stay tuned. We got more games coming at you all week as SFL Season 27 on the Virtual Football Network begins. We'll see you next time.